The email list at davidkamatoy.com for all the best tips, downloads, free reports, and beauty tips. You're right. Beauty tips.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the show. It's David Kamatoy, and on the phone with me is Mark Christopher Lawrence. Mark, once again, welcome back to the show, sir.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, we're going to do something fun. We're going to try to give Merrit Yohnka a call. He, of course, is the second Emmy award-winning stunt coordinator. It's the second Emmy for the NBC. So, Chuck, once again, if you're just joining us online, we just sent another Twitter tweet, however you want to call it, to gather a few people. Once again, if you're finding us for the first time recorded, you could listen to us live online Tuesdays and Thursdays, 4 to 7-ish on ustream.tv or davidkamatoy.com. Once again, my guest, Mark Christopher Lawrence. So, Mark, let's try to give Merrit a call. Let's do that. I'll be right back. I hope I just called you. Once again, the phone is ringing. We're trying to get a hold of Merrit Yohnka, Emmy award-winning stunt coordinator. We may get the Emmy award-winning voicemail.
Hi, it's Merritt. I can't get to the phone right now. If you need to reach me for work, you can reach me through Joni's. That number is 818.
All right, we'll try him back in a bit. Are you there, Mark?
Yeah, he's a busy guy.
Yeah, we'll try him back in a few minutes.
You know, you win the Emmy, you get a little busy.
Yeah, exactly. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so moment of comedy. I have a news item for you, Mark Christopher Lawrence. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. So today in the news, USA Today, Walmart challenged over Civil War site. Preservationists and residents are going to court to challenge a Virginia county that approved a Walmart supercenter half a mile from the site where the Civil War began and turned in favor of the North. The wilderness battlefield where 30,000 Union and Confederate soldiers were killed or wounded as Robert E. Lee and Ulysses S. Grant first fought 145 years ago is considered one of the nation's most endangered Civil War sites. So, Mark.
So basically, Walmart wants to put a big superstore on the Civil War site?
No, not even on it. They're like next to it. But I'm thinking, this is what our country is based on. Free the slaves, open a Walmart. I'm like, what? What's the... it's like it's not even on the site. It's actually next to the site, which is weird. I don't know.
Interesting.
What are your thoughts?
I don't know. If it's not on the site, why is it a problem?
I think so too.
You're afraid that people might go shopping and then stumble over there?
I guess I don't understand. I would think that it's like why would anyone have? It's what's funny about it is that it's a half a mile away from the site. I just don't understand the correlation that people are making between Walmart and the Civil War site.
What is the town?
I don't know. It doesn't say. Let's see. The Wilderness Battlefield. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, it sounds like one of those little small towns in the South where, there's 4 teeth in the whole town. Mayor wears them on his bracelet.
Right. Well, it's like what Jimmy Carter said. Some people, Jimmy Carter came out and actually stated, it's like, well, I think people are just having issues of having a black president. And then, Obama came out and said, well, I was black before the election. I think maybe that's it. Let's see, Wilderness Battlefield, Battleness of Friends of Wilderness Battlefield, FOWB. So I'm looking up on the net. Let's see if we can find it, but I don't see it. Friends of Wilderness Battlefield. was your ancestor in the 1864? Let's see. Locust Grove, Virginia. Yeah, that sounds pretty small town. That sounds pretty small town. Oh, no, I found it. Here it is. Stop the Wilderness Walmart. Speak out, save the wilderness battlefield. The fight continues. In the last salvo of the ongoing Wilderness Walmart fight on September 23rd, the Friends of the Wilderness Battlefield and local residents filed a legal challenge against the controversial store. According to a statement released by the National Trust for Historic Preservation, litigation and unfortunate but necessary steps to prevent the imminent destruction of a historic treasure. Wow. I don't know. It's just kind of it's just weird. I just think it's strange that there's even a fight over this.
Yeah, that's an odd piece of news there. I mean, I think there's other stuff that people should be concerned about, than Walmart being half a mile away from a historical site.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. Anyway, we'll look more into it, but I just thought I noted a note of oddness and comedy. What else is going on? So anyway, we'll try Merritt. Let's try Merritt again. If we can't get a hold of him, we want to chime in to Jason. Hold on a second. We'll be right back. I think I misdialed that number. Hey man, give me a second. I misdialed that. Isn't this entertaining? There we go. Let's try him again. Yeah, it looks like he is unavailable. Bomber.
Hello.
Hey! Oh my god, is this Merritt Yohnka?
This is.
Hey, Merritt Yohnka. Mark Christopher Lawrence, are you still there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Aha! We have arrived.
Hey, Merritt, how are you?
Good. How's it going?
Good, man.
Hey, so once again, everybody, if you're just joining us on the phone, right now with me is Mark Christopher Lawrence and Merritt Yohnka of the show NBC show Chuck. Merritt is the stunt coordinator. He's actually just won his second creative Emmy for the show. Mark Christopher Lawrence, of course, plays Big Mike, and we're talking about winning the Emmy. Hey, congratulations, Merritt.
Thank you so much.
And thanks for being on the show. We really appreciate it.
You bet.
So, talk to us. What was it like at the Emmys this year? I mean, was it expected? Was it a surprise?
It was a big surprise because since we won last year, I didn't think we'd get the vote again because no one has ever won twice from the stunt coordinating category. So it was a big honor, and it was a lot of fun. I brought my wife and my 10-year-old daughter. And my daughter went up on stage with me and accepted the award, and it was very exciting.
Very cool. Yeah, I saw online. We put this together very quickly, so I didn't get a chance to put together a little thing for the show. But I actually got a chance to see. There's a picture of you with the Academy Award and your daughter. So I think that's very cool.
Oh, great.
Yeah, it's online.
I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, it's cool. I'll send it to you. It's fun. It's kind of. I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. So, talk to us a little bit about winning in the second. I'm trying to look it up online, but the winning the second time around. This is what's weird. When I pulled it up online, I saw that this is the second year we've won it. I did not know that it was the actual second time that it's ever been done. The first time it's ever been done twice in a row. But you were literally against shows that were action-oriented. Like 24 was you were competing against like 24 and some other actual action-heavy show. But 24 was on the list, right? Who else was competing against you?
Yeah, 24, and then Burn Notice was on the list, and then NCIS and Earl.
Wow. I mean, Earl is the only one that I would think, okay, but still, NCIS, great stunt show. Same thing with, but really, 24 seems to stick out of my mind. I just,
Yeah,
wow.
24 has won it a few times in the past, so yeah, they're always a tough competition.
And again, congratulations. That's just totally nuts.
Thanks.
So,
yeah.
Mark, what's it like working with Merritt? You guys just did a stunt last year, and that was actually one of the reasons last season. And that was one of the reasons Mark's impetus for saying, "Hey, I gotta start working out and being leaner and trimmer." Have you seen him since he's been at the fighting? He's getting back to his fighting weight.
I've seen Mark around. I haven't gotten to work with him yet this season, but I'm sure we will get to. And Mark's a great athlete, so I can't wait to see his new build.
Yeah, I actually did a couple of stunts with Merrit, and the second one, I felt like this could be so much better if I could actually run a few steps without huffing and puffing. So I've been on a serious health kick and working out with some Special Forces friends and Navy SEAL friends, and getting myself back into fighting shape. And it's like I keep telling people that even if I'm in my top optimal form, I'm still a big guy. So it's not going to affect whether or not Big Mike is actually Big Mike.
Very cool. Very cool. So now what? How did you come up in the stunt world, Merritt? I mean, did you come from theater and combat, or are you a martial arts guy? I mean, I'm always interested to see where people come from stunt coordination.
Actually, no. I was from a small town in Illinois, and I was a all-around athlete. I don't necessarily have a martial arts background. However, I have put together hundreds of martial arts fights because I know all of the guys that do what they do. But I was just a all-around athlete. I ran track, I high jumped, I pole vaulted. I had 4 older brothers that knocked me around my whole life. And so I actually got started doing live shows at Knott's Berry Farm in the early 80s.
That was you.
Then I was there. And then I did a stint at Roger Corman Studios early on, where you learn to do everything. And then I got on. I started working down in San Diego with Stu Siegel and all of his shows he did down there. And then I did 6 seasons of Nash Bridges in San Francisco, and I went right from there. And I did 7 seasons of The Shield, and started out co-coordinating with a friend of mine. We did the first 3.5 seasons of Alias.
Wow. So yeah, I mean, we've seen your work on. I mean, I've definitely been a fan of your work over the years. Did you do the first season of Nash Bridges?
I did every season. I did 122 episodes of Nash Bridges.
Okay, now so this is how much of a fan I am of the show. I like Nash, but the thing is that I remember in that first season some of the stuff that you guys did, where Nash was physically picking up stuff off of tables and throwing it at the. No, really. I mean, I just went, "Wow, that was frickin' brilliant." I mean, that whole section, I think a couple shows he did it, where you guys were like taking stuff off tables and just throwing it at the guy that he was in a fight with, and it was brilliant. It made such a mess, but it looked great.
Yeah, he wanted to keep things real, and if you think about it, if you really get in a fight, you start looking for objects. You start looking for things to defend yourself with. And Don was always good about keeping it real.
Yeah, no, I mean, that was a great... those 2 things I remember from that. I remember that move from that show, and I also remember like a Muay Thai move that he did once with a I can't think of it, an elbow hit that he did once that was a simple strike that was just dead on. It was just dead on perfect. I'm like, wow. Because I know that move. And I'm like, I was like, wow, that worked really well.
Well, great. Thanks.
So, hey, so again, congratulations. So it's great to talk to you about this. So Tell us about the mood of the Emmys. You were there. What impressed you about the Emmys? Mark was able to watch just a bit of the show and then got bored. So.
Yeah, it's a long event. You sit through 4 hours of categories, and but it's exciting. Just being involved is exciting. So, that's all I can say. And being able to be there with my peers, with the other guys that were nominated, it's really an honor. Is the best way to put it.
Very cool, Mark. In working with Merrit. Have you worked with other stunt coordinators in the past, or is Merrit like the first guy that you've worked with?
No. In 26 years, I've worked with quite a few stunt coordinators. I tell you what, though, working with Merrit is a first-class guy, and he's the thing that I love about Merrit is that it's clear in his head what he wants to see, and he makes sure that you're safe. And, that's important to me. It's like I want to be able to go to work tomorrow. So, working with Merrit is great, and I'm looking forward to, many years of working with him.
Great, very cool. Yeah, I mean, there's that classic. One of the things that is always interesting about being in entertainment and stunt coordination and working with this stuff, and, I know Merrit, you and I definitely know a lot of the same people, but, I have a background in theater, and I juggle and martial arts. And one of the things that I have always done in working with students and kids is just you absolutely have to be safe and be aware of the camera. And it's always amazing to me how often people don't do that. And there's that classic story, Jim Kelly, who's been on the show, from Enter the Dragon. He tells that classic story of how Bob Wall didn't drop the frickin' bottle. Bruce Lee did that kick. He broke the bottle and then didn't drop it because he goes on to say that, Bruce didn't hit my hand hard enough. So he held onto the bottle, and Bruce got cut, and Bruce got insanely pissed off. But he didn't do anything about it. He walked away, but they had to stop shooting because he got cut. And to me, that's the classic example of, remember, it's a movie. You're acting.
That's right. That's right. And the actors on Chuck are so great. All of them, they're great physical beings, and they listen well, and they work so well with the stunt people. It's fun to be involved.
Very cool. Hey, so at the end of the season of season 2, right? We're on season 3. At the end of season 2. The show classically ends with the lead character suddenly getting martial art powers. What was it like to work on that scene with him? Because we haven't seen that from him at all until this point.
Well, Zach he's unbelievable. He's a mix between a young Jerry Lewis and a young Dick Van Dyke. His physical ability is so great that for a 6'4" lanky kid, he's amazing. He learns quickly. He studies hard. I had a fight choreographer working with him, and he did the whole fight himself. If you watch it closely, I don't think there's one shot that the stunt guy was used in that.
I know. I mean, you could see that it was him. I mean,
I'll tell you a testament to how good that was. I got a text message that night that the show aired from a good friend of mine who said in the text, "Why is my 70-year-old mother screaming that Chuck is whooping behind?"
That's great.
That's very cool. Well, and I'm assuming that because he now is Kung Fu Master Zachary Levi, Chuck Bartowski, I'm assuming that he's working on it. I'm assuming that he's definitely upped his physical skills after doing that, and now that he's got that skill set.
Yes, he is training hard, and he's getting in great shape. He's learning a lot. He's learning more martial arts. But the fun part is that he can't always call on those skills when he wants them.
Oh, got it. That's the humor point. Got it. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
That's very cool. So, I know we're probably going to give you a call back so we can, get this, a little bit more in order. But before we sign off, we always like to talk about. Well, let's go to Mark. Mark, is there anything you'd like to ask or talk about to Merrit Yohnka, Emmy award-winning stunt coordinator?
No, I just want to say, congratulations to Merrit because, I really admire what the stunt community does, and Merrit is clearly, the top of that class. And all of the guys that he brings in to do stunts on the show are just tops, and it just amazes me to see their work, not only the finished product, but as they work through it, it amazes me. These guys have not only the physical attributes, but they also have that thing that dancers have. It's like you can count it out, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to do this, and this, and then 2 seconds later they're doing it, and it's like, wow. And so I have just great admiration for Merrit and his team, and it's a pleasure and a joy to work with them.
Very cool. Okay, so Merrit, here's my question to you. People listening to the show, they're going to catch us on the net. We're heavily listed online. When they look you up and they find this thing, if someone is interested in getting involved with either stunts or stunt coordination, what's a good next step for them?
Well, it's a long process, and it's like any other business. It's you put in the time, you work hard, you train, you get to know guys, you network, and eventually somebody's going to look at you, somebody's going to give you a shot somewhere, so you need to be ready. And it's in our world, it's called hustling. You just need to start visiting sets, visiting stunt people, introducing yourself, handing out resumes, telling the stunt people what your skills are, and hanging around, helping out. It's like any other business. If you put in the right amount of time, you'll get the chance. And then when you get your chance, you have to do good with it, because you don't want to mess up when you're in our business.
Fantastic. Well, yeah, absolutely. So talk to us. How can people get a hold of you? I mean, is there a website, or on Facebook?
I belong to a group, International Stunt Association, and they can punch that in, and I can be contacted through them.
Very good. So once again, if you have a show, if you'd like to hire Merrit, check him out at the International Stunt Association. Is that it?
International Stunt Association is the group that I belong to.
Is the group. You can probably find him. He's listed on IMDb along with Mark Christopher Lawrence. Gentlemen, thank you for being on the show. Very cool.
Thank you, Dave.
Hey, Mark, we'll check out. We gotta get our gig together for the second. So.
Okay.
All right, Merrit. Thank you, sir.
You bet.
Take care. Your voice, Merrit.
All right, Mark. Take care. We'll see you.
Talk to you guys soon.
Take care.
Bye.
Once again, everybody, my guest, Merrit Yohnka, stunt coordinator for the NBC show Chuck, in his second win as stunt coordinator. Literally, he went against shows like 24, NCIS, and he won this year and was completely surprised. Also on the phone with me, Mark Christopher Lawrence, our good friend, also here in San Diego, working up in L.A. So the connection continues to the entertainment industry here on the David Kamatoy radio show. Once again, you can find Mark online. You can find Merrit Yohnka. The phone is ringing, so I'm going to take a break. We'll be right back in just a few moments. I'm David Kamatoy. Thanks so much.